Hello everyone, and welcome back to Orin Tarot. Thank you so much for always following and supporting the channel. The moment you are watching this video is the perfect moment for you to receive a message meant for you. On this channel, I always bring you messages about what is about to unfold in your life. When you open your heart and trust in the positive, you are also connecting with a parallel world where your wishes have already come true. Today, through this reading, I hope to help you unlock the possibilities of your future and support you on your journey to conquer love and manifest the life you desire. The theme of today's reading is the major changes that will happen in the next 3 months. I have prepared 3 cards, corresponding to Pile 1, Pile 2, and Pile 3. Please take a moment to listen to your intuition and choose the card that draws you in the most. Then, click the timestamp in the video description to go directly to your reading. Now, let's begin the reading for those of you who have made your choice. Hello, Pile 1. Thank you for your patience. Now, I will begin the reading for those of you who chose Pile number 1. I hope this reading will bring you healing, new awareness, and heartwarming moments filled with love. The theme for today is major changes coming in the next 3 months. First, let's take a look at your current situation. The cards that have appeared are the Magician, an incredibly powerful energy, and Temperance as a supporting card. Along with those are 2 Oracle cards. It seems that right now, you may be feeling exhausted from continuing with something, or perhaps a sense of boredom is settling in. You might be wondering whether you should keep doing what you've been doing, or if it's time to stop and choose a new path. Some of you may be standing at the edge of a decision, contemplating a change or trying something new. This might involve applying your existing skills and experience to a different field. You could be entering a phase where you're eager to challenge yourself and use what you've learned, what you're good at, in something that feels more meaningful. The cards also reveal a sense of dissatisfaction with the present situation. You're questioning whether this is the path you truly want to continue on, or if it's time to prioritize yourself and begin taking better care of your own needs. It may also be that you're feeling weighed down by the expectations placed upon you by others, expectations that have started to feel heavy and exhausting. These cards reflect a burdensome energy, as if you're carrying a significant load and it's taking a toll on your well-being. You are someone with remarkable abilities and genuine talent. I truly feel that you have the potential to make incredible use of your gifts. However, at the moment, it seems like everything feels overwhelmingly stressful, and you're simply doing your best to get through it. Perhaps you have a strong desire to express yourself more fully, to unleash all that you're capable of, but something seems to be holding you back. It could be that you're giving too much of yourself to others, or you're silently enduring certain situations that you're unable to speak openly about. This is creating a sense of inner discomfort and tension. As for the core issue that needs to be addressed, the cards that have appeared are the 7 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords, with the 4 of Swords as a supporting card. These indicate that the main problem you're facing is your inability to genuinely enjoy what you're doing. You might be engaged in something that doesn't bring you joy, something you're doing because you feel you have to, not because you truly want to. Furthermore, it appears that you may be constantly changing your mind or struggling to stay firm in your decisions. Perhaps you're adjusting your actions to meet the expectations and desires of others rather than your own. You could be suppressing your true thoughts and feelings. Even though you have your own wishes, wanting to do this or that, you may feel you must hold yourself back. There may even be moments when all you want is to stop, yet you feel you can't allow yourself to do so. You are someone with remarkable abilities and genuine talent. I truly feel that you have the potential to make incredible use of your gifts. However, at the moment, it seems like everything feels overwhelmingly stressful, and you're simply doing your best to get through it. Perhaps you have a strong desire to express yourself more fully, to unleash all that you're capable of, but something seems to be holding you back. It could be that you're giving too much of yourself to others, or you're silently enduring certain situations that you're unable to speak openly about. This is creating a sense of inner discomfort and tension. As for the core issue that needs to be addressed, the cards that have appeared are the 7 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords, with the 4 of Swords as a supporting card. These indicate that the main problem you're facing is your inability to genuinely enjoy what you're doing. You might be engaged in something that doesn't bring you joy, something you're doing because you feel you have to, not because you truly want to. Furthermore, it appears that you may be constantly changing your mind or struggling to stay firm in your decisions. Perhaps you're adjusting your actions to meet the expectations and desires of others rather than your own. You could be suppressing your true thoughts and feelings. Even though you have your own wishes, wanting to do this or that, you may feel you must hold yourself back. There may even be moments when all you want is to stop, yet you feel you can't allow yourself to do so. You've been holding back and concealing your emotions. This is also clearly reflected in the 7 of Swords, which shows that you feel the need to hide your true thoughts and feelings. As I mentioned earlier, you've been thinking too much about the people around you. It seems you're extremely busy, possibly sacrificing your own time to take care of others. This has left you unable to enjoy life, unable to feel joy. That's why the major issue you're currently facing lies in your surrounding environment, which appears to be creating obstacles that you need to overcome. You may find yourself repeating the same cycles, unable to move forward, or unable to progress as quickly as you'd like. These are the issues that need to be addressed in the coming time. Now, regarding the major changes that will unfold within the next 3 months, the cards point toward a shift away from the sense of unhappiness. The appearance of the Six of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Sun, along with the accompanying oracle cards, all signal encouraging developments. They indicate that the emotional heaviness will gradually be lifted and that you'll find a sense of release. The changes on the horizon could bring you greater clarity, renewed joy, and a fresh, vibrant energy. The problems you're currently facing will slowly begin to resolve, and you'll step into a much brighter phase of your life. In the past, you may have once felt passionate about something, truly enjoying what you were doing and finding joy in the process. However, now it seems that joy has faded, or you feel limited, as though you can no longer fully enjoy what once brought you happiness. The card drawn here suggests that you no longer want to remain in this situation. Perhaps life feels heavy, or you sense that you no longer belong in the environment you're currently in. These feelings may now be surfacing as major issues that need to be addressed. When you observe those around you living freely and joyfully, it may awaken within you the realization that this is what you've been longing for. You may suddenly remember dreams you used to hold dear, or come to see clearly what it is you truly desire. This is a sign that you are on a journey of rediscovering yourself and reconnecting with the dreams that genuinely live in your heart. What's important right now is for you to reclaim the simple, heartfelt joys, the things that bring true satisfaction from deep within. The cards also show that an opportunity is on its way to you. This opportunity may come at the exact moment when everything aligns, when the time feels right, as though all the pieces have fallen perfectly into place. It might come when you're in a place you didn't expect, and you suddenly realize that you're being offered the chance to try something new. It's the kind of opportunity that, had it come at a different time, you might have missed entirely. It could be an invitation to join a project, or a chance to collaborate with someone, and when you hear it, you'll feel an unmistakable sense of joy and excitement rise within you. The card Nurture Abundance has appeared, and it suggests that you're beginning to see clear results from your past efforts. You'll start to feel that the seeds you once planted are now beginning to sprout, and you can sense real growth in what you're doing. However, this progress may not be obvious to those around you. They might still think you're at the beginning stages, that there's nothing particularly noteworthy yet. But for you, the shift is undeniable. You're beginning to feel the fruits of your labor taking shape, even if they haven't blossomed into something grand just yet. Others may not understand this feeling, but inside, you're experiencing a quiet joy, a deep satisfaction in finally being able to witness the early results of what you've worked so hard for. It may not be flashy or outwardly impressive at this stage, but within your heart, you recognize it as something truly meaningful. You realize that what you now have, however subtle it may seem, is exactly what you were searching for. This is a strong sign that you are drawing closer to your goals, and that what you desire is gradually taking form. At the same time, the card shows that you're now placing great value on maintaining your own rhythm. You don't want to feel pressured by external expectations about how fast things should unfold or in what order they should happen. You're not rigid, but you know it's important to protect yourself. That's why you wish to proceed in your own way, at a pace that feels right and sustainable for you. At the moment, there may be things you're keeping to yourself, matters you don't want to reveal to others. You might feel reluctant to share or hesitant to put yourself in the public eye. However, the cards indicate that a time will come when you can no longer avoid stepping forward, when you will have to be seen. When both the moon and the sun appear together, it signifies that concealment cannot last forever, and the moment to express yourself will arrive. In addition, the Ten of Swords suggests that you may be overwhelmed, stretched thin, or lacking time for yourself. You might also feel a strong desire to change your environment, to seek new growth. This could be a time when you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, perhaps moving to a new place, carrying with you a renewed mindset. You may feel the urge to begin again, to shift your emotional landscape, to redefine the relationships around you. The Happiness card reveals a longing for sincere joy, joy that rises from deep within. You may be waiting for a result, an announcement, or a piece of good news. There's a yearning in you to receive something uplifting, something that brings peace and genuine happiness to your heart. Within your heart, there may be an intense internal struggle, an emotional tug-of-war that you cannot ignore. You might be searching for a place where you truly belong, a space where you feel safe, accepted, and supported, an environment that genuinely resonates with who you are. At the moment, you may feel stuck, unable to find joy in your current situation. It might feel as though you're living in a space where you must endure rather than thrive, where you can't fully express yourself, or where you're forced to remain silent to protect something important. This inner conflict is one of the major challenges you are currently facing. Now, let's talk about the significant changes that you'll be experiencing over the next 3 months. The tarot cards reveal some truly notable shifts. The cards that appeared are the Page of Cups, Clouds, Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, Wheel of Fortune, Path, Five of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and Bouquet. The most striking of these are the Wheel of Fortune and the Path. These cards clearly indicate that the road ahead will become more defined. You'll begin to see which direction is truly meant for you, and you'll have the clarity and freedom to choose it. The Wheel of Fortune suggests that a new opportunity is drawing near, bringing you the chance to start again. This marks a turning point, a moment when you can break free from past limitations and move forward. You will have the opportunity to open a brand new chapter in your life, one that is aligned with your truth, your growth, and your long-held dreams. Once you've clearly decided that this is your path, once you've made your choice, it will become a firm, unwavering decision. You'll be able to continue walking this path with stability, and over the next 3 months, you may even discover your true life purpose and begin taking meaningful steps along that journey. The cards also suggest an opportunity to start anew, to return to something you had once begun. This can signify a return to your original intentions, a reconnection with the core values that matter most to you. Perhaps you've been striving for success in a certain field, seeking a stable job, a means of livelihood, or the pursuit of a long-held passion. But in the past, you might not have been able to fully commit to it or pursue it with your whole heart. Now, however, those worries and uncertainties are beginning to dissolve, giving you the freedom to finally do what you truly want. You'll be able to shape your plans without constraint, with a sense of liberation that allows you to move forward confidently. Additionally, the appearance of the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun indicates that all the effort you've poured in over time will soon be rewarded. You'll receive recognition and appreciation for your hard work. This is a moment where long-awaited opportunities will finally align with your intentions, allowing your dreams to manifest into reality. What you've built so far will not only bring you emotional fulfillment, but also tangible success. Prosperity, abundance, and a sense of lasting satisfaction are on their way to you. You will have the opportunity to fully showcase your abilities, and at the same time, you will begin to gain financial stability. The efforts you've invested will be rewarded in a meaningful way. One thing is clear, you will receive recognition. This may come in the form of praise, acknowledgement, or even being chosen for something because of the achievements you've made. You are standing on the threshold of being honored for your contributions. For example, while others around you may have taken time to rest or relax, you continued working diligently behind the scenes, steadily accumulating effort, and this will create a clear and undeniable difference between you and those around you. The contrast in dedication will become evident, and you'll see yourself rising above, distinguished by your persistence and commitment. This will serve as tangible proof of your hard work. You will be recognized in a way that reflects both spiritual validation and material success, whether in the form of profit, increased income, or the fulfilling sense of accomplishment. You'll be able to see with clarity that the path you've chosen is the right one, and this will strengthen your confidence in the direction you're heading. The Oracle card also suggests that you are gradually building true self-confidence, and this inner foundation will serve as the solid ground upon which your next successes will be built. You will find yourself capable of bringing to life the very things you've been envisioning and longing to do. The next steps will begin to unfold before you, guiding you into a new phase. This could involve changes in your career, shifts in relationships, or the clarification of matters that once felt vague or uncertain. You'll know what needs to be done and will move forward with clarity and purpose. You'll feel a sense of relief as you finally put an end to, or let go of, the things that no longer align with who you are, those parts of your life you've longed to release. Alongside that, a growing confidence in yourself will play a key role. You'll come to realize that yes, you can do it. The goals you set long ago, the dreams that once felt distant or hard to reach, will now begin to draw closer, and you'll find yourself making remarkable progress toward them. This will bring you a profound sense of self-assurance, as you'll witness firsthand your ability to achieve what you once only dared to imagine. In the past, you may have lost confidence, perhaps believing that nothing could change, that you had no choice but to accept your current circumstances. But that mindset is shifting. This card shows that you will be released from the things that once made you feel trapped, and you will begin to experience a sense of freedom, like sunlight breaking through and illuminating your path. You will no longer live in isolation, and this marks a powerful turning point in your life. You will be able to spread your wings and soar. You will find yourself in a state of readiness, ready to choose, and to walk firmly down that chosen path. Though right now it may feel impossible, though you may think nothing can change and even feel fear of failing, fear that you won't be able to rise, the card reveals that sunlight is already shining down on you. You'll begin to realize that the things you once believed to be out of reach are now becoming possible. You'll feel that perhaps you can do it, perhaps you can try again, and gradually you'll grow more comfortable with the idea of challenging yourself. Confidence is beginning to take root within you, and this growth is closely tied to the recognition and praise that will soon come your way. You will regain your radiance, the spark within you that may have been dimmed for some time. This card also signals healing and stability. You may return to a state of inner balance, or perhaps your external environment will shift to align with the new direction you're moving toward. Over the next 3 months, you will become stronger. You'll tap into your hidden power, energy that may have been suppressed, perhaps emotions like anger or frustration, and you'll transform that energy into fuel to move forward. You will emerge fully charged, ready to face what lies ahead. And finally, the card Trust appears, signifying that you will begin to trust in yourself and in your own abilities. This is not about placing your trust in someone else, but about reconnecting with your inner strength. That deep self-trust will become a tremendous source of power, one that propels you toward the success you've been dreaming of. That concludes the reading for those of you who chose Group 1. If today's message touched your heart, even just a little, I would be so grateful if you could leave a sign, whether it's a like, a comment, or simply a small emoji, just so I know that your heart has received it. Your presence and support are a precious source of inspiration, encouraging me to continue sharing even more meaningful messages. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. I look forward to seeing you again in the next reading. Hello, Pile 2. Thank you for waiting. Now, I will begin the reading for those of you who chose Pile number 2. I hope this reading brings you healing, new insights, and moments filled with love. The theme of today's reading is the major changes that will happen in the next 3 months. First, let's take a look at your current situation. The cards that have appeared are the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Swords, all belonging to the suit of Swords. Alongside them are 2 oracle cards that serve as additional insight. At this moment, it seems that you may be facing a forced pause, something that has made it impossible for you to move forward. You may be in a position where you're compelled to rest or hold back, unable to take action. The Ace of Swords reflects your emotional state. Perhaps you're yearning for closure, clarity, or a fresh, clean break from something. Yet, you might not be able to make that happen right away. You're being asked to wait, to endure a situation in which your hands feel tied. You may also be longing for solitude, wanting to retreat from the noise and chaos around you to find a quiet space for yourself. However, it appears you may be bound by certain responsibilities or obligations that you can't yet escape. You might feel that rest or personal time is out of reach, and what you truly desire is just a little room to breathe and be alone. These are the feelings and inner conflicts you are currently facing in your present situation. Next, let's take a look at the challenges you're facing. The cards that have appeared are the King of Cups, with the Emperor as a clarifying card, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Cups, with the Three of Swords as a clarifier. These cards suggest a complex interplay between emotional depth and the weight of responsibility. The presence of both the King and Queen of Cups indicates emotional intelligence and sensitivity in your relationships, perhaps both in love and in your personal connections. However, when paired with the Emperor and the Ten of Wands, it becomes clear that you are carrying a heavy burden. This could stem from work-related duties or pressures within a relationship. These challenges are asking you to respond with maturity and, more importantly, to find a balance between logic and emotion. This is not simply about inner struggles. It also involves dynamics of partnership and collaboration, whether in love or career. Clarifying and reassessing these relationships is crucial at this point in your journey. Understanding what needs to be resolved and facing it with honesty and emotional clarity is the key to navigating this period. For you, the current theme appears to revolve around partnership. If this doesn't apply to your situation, you may wish to explore other options. In the present moment, this partnership seems to have become tense and burdensome. You may be feeling the urge to walk away, to live independently, or to choose something new altogether. Perhaps you're thinking about seeking a new partner, or simply desiring more personal freedom and space. There may be a growing need within you to step back, to bring things to an end, or to find a way to resolve the relationship in a more harmonious way. If you still wish for this relationship to improve, The challenge you are facing likely lies in the weight of responsibility and various obstacles, symbolized by the Ten of Wands, which appears between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This could be a clear indication that these burdens must be addressed and released in order to heal and move forward. When viewing the Queen of Cups as a representation of yourself, and considering the Three of Swords as a clarifying card, it suggests that you're carrying deep emotional pain and are yearning for healing. These feelings may be heavily influencing your current situation, leaving you emotionally drained. The three cards together paint a picture of inner exhaustion, a sense of being depleted, both emotionally and energetically. Creating a space of peace for yourself might feel like a major challenge at this time. It may seem as though you are trapped in a situation you cannot easily escape. Yet, with the King of Cups in the spread, there is a reminder of your strength and emotional power, not just in love, but across all your relationships. You possess the capacity to hold space, to love deeply, and to lead with both heart and wisdom. This energy is still within you, even if it feels overshadowed by current burdens. You may currently be in a position of control within this relationship, or on the contrary, you might feel powerless to resist it. At this moment, your emotions may be leaning toward turning away from it altogether. This internal conflict is one of the core challenges you're facing in this partnership. Now, looking ahead to the major shifts that will unfold in the next 3 months, the cards drawn are the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles, accompanied by additional oracle messages. The appearance of two aces signals the beginning of something significant, a new chapter filled with fresh energy and opportunities. This transformation will likely involve people, new relationships, new friendships, or even the potential for a romantic encounter with someone new. The Three of Cups indicates upcoming social connections, possibly within a new community or through a budding romantic involvement. This marks a fertile moment where something new is taking root, a fresh connection, a renewed emotional experience, or a path that brings both joy and promise. These developments will also bring a sense of grounding and positive change to your life. Spiritually and emotionally, you'll begin to feel lighter. There's a sense that you're moving away from tension and conflict, and instead, giving yourself the space to find peace and realignment. While this may not represent a permanent change just yet, it offers a crucial window for healing, a time to rediscover inner peace and to rebuild your sense of self. This period will likely serve as an important turning point, revealing that the current state of things can no longer continue as they are. You may find yourself gaining new insights into what truly needs to shift in your life. There will likely be a strong inner push to reassess everything and make a meaningful, decisive change. As you begin to reassess everything, you may come to realize that with just a small shift, you could make things better. If that is what you truly desire, then the new awareness you're seeking will come not from the old and familiar, but from something fresh and new. Stepping away for a while will allow you to see things more clearly, and through that space, you may uncover what your heart truly longs for. This is what awaits you in the future. Now, let's look at your desires. The cards that have appeared are the Chariot, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Swords, with the Sun as a clarifying card. Two oracle cards have also emerged, further highlighting your yearning for freedom. The kind of freedom that lets you move freely, travel wherever you wish, and act without constraints. There's a deep desire to be the kind of person who can go anywhere and do anything without limitations or boundaries. You may also be craving rest, time to relax, to step away from the tension, and to reclaim your private space. There is a part of you that simply wants to forget about all the stress and enjoy yourself without having to worry. This longing is clear and strong within you. At the same time, the Chariot signals a desire for clarity and decisiveness. You want things to be resolved with confidence and finality. You no longer want to linger in uncertainty. Your heart is asking to move forward, with certainty and without hesitation. You want to follow the path you've chosen for yourself. You long to move forward freely. There's a growing sense within you that you wish to be more independent, to stand firmly on your own feet, and to continue on your personal journey. However, there may still be certain elements pulling you back, like an unseen force resisting your forward movement. But rest assured, positive signs will arrive to guide you toward your goal and help you overcome these obstacles. This overall sense of movement and breakthrough is what you'll begin to experience in the near future. Now, let's talk about the major transformations that will take place over the next 3 months. The tarot cards reveal significant shifts ahead. The cards that have appeared are the Knight of Cups, the Star, Four of Wands, Letter, Page of Cups, Clover, the Tower, with the Queen of Swords and Tree as clarifying cards. First and foremost, these cards suggest that if you've been hoping to improve your health, physically, emotionally, or mentally, this process is set to unfold positively in the coming months. You will find opportunities for healing and renewal, and your overall sense of well-being will begin to elevate. This period will allow you to recover, regain balance, and feel better within yourself. The first three cards point clearly to a powerful transformation. You will begin to break away from outdated structures, anything that has limited you, held authority over you, or blocked your growth. These controlling forces, whether people, systems, or inner patterns, will start to lose their grip. You will no longer be under their influence. This directly echoes the earlier message involving the King of Cups and the Emperor. Those powers that once had a hold over you are beginning to fade, giving you back your autonomy and emotional sovereignty. In addition, it is clear that you will begin to embrace a healthier lifestyle and things will start to improve in the right direction. You will reclaim your personal strength, while certain external powers or influences will gradually lose their hold and begin to fade. There may be a collapse of old systems, structures, or situations that once restricted you will be dismantled, and you will no longer be bound by them. This shift may not only relate to your personal life but could also involve the environment around you, particularly in your partnerships or close connections. The next two cards indicate that you will experience a love that is free and unburdened. You'll no longer feel limited by difficult circumstances, and you'll be released from the constraints that once held you back. This is a time when you can love freely and live in alignment with your true self. What once felt distant or out of reach will now begin to come within your grasp. The dreams and desires you've carried within you for a long time will finally start to materialize. And this expansion isn't limited to love. It can also touch other aspects of your life. You'll find yourself becoming more visible, more recognized, and you may begin to sense genuine affection and appreciation from those around you. This could be a sign that you are starting to shine, drawing attention in a natural and magnetic way. The final two cards suggest that you will receive good news, something that brings you emotional relief and a sense of stability. If you have been waiting on results, such as medical tests or an important evaluation, you can expect reassuring outcomes that will ease your mind and bring you peace. You may have believed that you couldn't take action until something arrived, that you needed to wait, to rest, or to pause. However, when that awaited message finally comes, when the good news reaches you, a sense of relief, calm, and reassurance will wash over you. This moment will open up new possibilities, allowing you to pursue what once felt impossible. You will realize that there is no need to stop, no need to give up, and that the difficult situation you've been facing is on its way to being resolved. The appearance of the Page of Cups alongside the Clover signals a fresh and exciting encounter on the horizon, one that may stir your heart and bring a sense of anticipation. This could be the beginning of a new romantic relationship or an uplifting experience that sparks your curiosity and joy. You'll find yourself drawn to something that ignites genuine passion within you, and this meeting will inspire feelings of delight, excitement, and a readiness to explore the unknown. This is what you will experience in the near future. Now, let's take a look at the Oracle cards. The first message reveals that you will no longer be burdened by time. You will say goodbye to a life pressured by deadlines and constant time constraints. That sense of tightness and restriction will begin to dissolve, and you'll find yourself stepping out of that confining space. The Throat Chakra card appears, signaling that you will begin to express your desires clearly and confidently. You'll no longer hold back. There will be moments when you must say no, when you must draw boundaries and speak your truth without hesitation. You won't suppress yourself any longer. Instead, you will communicate openly about what you truly want and need. This isn't about giving up. It's about recognizing that certain things no longer align with who you are and having the courage to articulate that truth to others. When you reach this place of honest expression, you will feel a deep sense of release from the burdens you once carried. The Gratitude and Service cards have also appeared, not to remind you to be thankful or to serve others, but to acknowledge that you have already been doing so for a long time. Perhaps you've been in an environment where your efforts went unnoticed, where you gave endlessly without receiving proper appreciation in return. You may have grown accustomed to sacrificing and giving without expecting anything back. If this resonates with you, then a significant shift is on the horizon. The attitudes of those around you will begin to change. They may finally start to thank you, or you will receive the recognition you truly deserve. You might even choose to leave that environment behind, carrying with you a quiet gratitude for those who walked with you through that chapter of your life. You may choose to walk away from someone or a particular environment in the near future. The card relating to health improvement indicates that you will encounter people who can genuinely help you heal and grow stronger. These individuals may be professionals, experts in their field, and through meeting them, you will begin to progress in a more positive direction. It's possible that one of them will become a significant partner, someone who walks with you through challenges and difficulties. This will vary depending on your personal circumstances, but overall, This person will play an important role in your journey. The central card guiding this process is the Queen of Swords. At present, you may be embodying the energy of the Queen of Cups, someone who deeply considers the emotions and needs of others, who acts with compassion and empathy. However, as you move into the Queen of Swords energy, you'll begin to make decisions based on your own clarity and truth. You will learn to express your desires and boundaries with precision, taking decisive action without hesitation or fear of judgment. You'll become someone strong, self-assured, and unafraid to stand firmly in your truth, choosing to live in a way that aligns with your own sense of rightness. For the things that have long remained unclear or unresolved, the time has come for you to speak up and bring everything into clarity. The situations you've continued to maintain despite no longer feeling aligned with them, those are the ones you'll finally begin to address. You will assert your position, and most importantly, you will be the one to make the decisions. You'll be the one to say no, to draw the line, and to determine for yourself what you will no longer tolerate or pursue. This marks a powerful turning point in your life. The Focus card further emphasizes this shift. A very clear message comes through. You need time to heal, to return to yourself. This is the most significant change that will take place in the next 3 months. Self-care and reclaiming your personal space will become your top priorities. If you've been seeking a more peaceful, mindful way of living, a slower, more intentional life, this is the beginning of that path. You will start choosing a life where you come first, where you allow yourself to slow down, to rest, and to truly breathe. There's one more essential insight. You will no longer accept indulgent demands or manipulative behaviors from others. Perhaps in the past you were too forgiving, too accommodating, too willing to endure. But now you will establish clear boundaries. You will no longer allow others to impose what is undeserved upon you. This is your time to reclaim your power, your voice, and your right to live life on your terms. And you will also begin to focus wholeheartedly on the things you truly want to choose for yourself. The Focus card reveals that you are now looking toward the future with clarity, no longer handing the power of choice to others, no longer hesitating or waiting. From this point on, you will be the one to choose what makes your heart come alive. Because you have done enough. You've tried hard enough. You've been patient for long enough. And the next 3 months will be your time to speak with clarity and strength, and to experience an encounter that makes your heart feel alive again, something that brings joy, excitement, and a renewed sense of vitality. This concludes the reading for those who chose Pile 2. If something in today's message brought you a sense of calm, stirred a thought, or awakened a feeling within you, feel free to leave a small sign, a symbol, or a few words of sharing. Just a gentle signal is enough for me to know that the message from the universe has found the one who was meant to receive it. Thank you so much for listening. I hope we'll meet again in future readings, where you will always be welcomed with understanding and sincere appreciation. Hello to those of you who chose Pile 3. Thank you for your patience. Now, I will begin the reading for those who selected the third pile. I hope this reading will bring you healing, new insights, and moments filled with love. The theme today is major changes that will happen within the next 3 months. First, let's take a look at your current situation. The cards that appeared are the 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Phoenix, and a clarifying card, the 5 of Cups. 2 oracle cards have also been drawn. The first thing I sense is that you may be feeling regretful about something. Perhaps you've been thinking, if only I hadn't done that, or I shouldn't have said that. This lingering regret over your words or actions might be weighing heavily on you. Some of you might feel like you're not receiving the help or support you had hoped for from those around you. You may have expected encouragement, but instead, you've found yourself in a position where you're having to do everything on your own. There's a sense that you once declared, "I'll do it," and now you're carrying too much on your shoulders, struggling through it alone. Maybe you were trying to prepare, trying to be ready for something important, but now it feels like you're trapped within your own plans. For some, this feeling of being hurt stems from the burden of responsibilities or the loneliness that comes when support is needed but not found. At this moment, some of you may be carrying a deep sadness from having lost something, or from the fear of losing something precious to you. This sense of loss, the emptiness it brings, has wounded your heart. And that is precisely what needs to be healed, or rather, what you are now being forced to confront and heal on your own. At the same time, I sense a powerful longing within you. The desire to be truly understood by someone, to be accepted, to have the deepest corners of your emotions embraced. You long for that person to truly understand what you're feeling, to listen to you without turning away or rejecting anything you have to share, just to be accepted, and that alone would be enough. However, I see a card indicating that you may be stuck in a loop of thoughts, like being trapped in a repetitive cycle, going over the same thing again and again, unable to break free. This could be regret, guilt, or an inner conflict that continues to gnaw at you. And this, right now, is the emotional state you're navigating. Next, we move on to the challenge or the life lesson you're being called to face. The cards drawn are the Four of Swords, the Emperor, with additional cards the Devil and Four of Wands, along with 2 cards from the Oracle deck. First and foremost, the greatest lesson coming your way is this: pause. You may be moving too fast, rushing forward impulsively, as if a past decision was made in a moment of intense emotion or haste, without enough time for thoughtful consideration. And now, the message for you is to take a step back, to breathe, to regain clarity. Give yourself the space to observe everything anew, with calm and clear awareness. You might feel like you can't stop, or perhaps you don't want to look back at your present circumstances, but that is exactly what you need most right now. To reflect on your current reality, to revisit what has happened, in order to truly understand yourself and find a more grounded path forward. In addition, the presence of the Devil card strongly suggests that something may be exerting control over you. This could be fear, a need for control, or a relationship that is diminishing your sense of autonomy. And the key here is awareness, recognizing what is holding you back so you can begin to free yourself from this invisible chain. On the other hand, the appearance of the Four of Wands brings a hopeful and encouraging message that you are worthy of stability, joy, and a secure place to call home. But in order to step into that peaceful and harmonious space, you must first summon the courage to confront what has been weighing you down, and allow yourself the time and grace to truly heal. When looking at these 2 cards, the Emperor and the Devil, it becomes clear that a powerful energy is rising within you, the desire for more. A feeling that what you have right now isn't enough, that you crave something greater. You might be sensing that your current circumstances don't satisfy you, and you can't help but yearn for more. More love, more recognition, more control, or whatever it is that makes you feel whole. However, the Four of Wands gently offers you a different message. Take a moment to look at what is already present before you. Happiness and fulfillment may actually be much closer than you think. You just haven't seen it yet. It might be something very simple, very small, yet it forms the foundation of true peace and stability. This card emphasizes the importance of appreciating the present moment, of recognizing and nurturing what already exists beneath your feet, right beside you. The lesson here is to be grateful and to cherish what you have, rather than constantly reaching outward in search of more. The Emperor and the Devil together suggest that you may be getting caught up in desire, expectations, or even the urge to control, and this may be preventing you from seeing the true value of the present moment. You might be too focused on wanting more, something greater or better, that you're unintentionally overlooking the precious things already by your side. For some of you, your perspective may have narrowed, clouded by inner cravings and fears. And because of that, there's also a strong message calling you to accept things as they are. You may be struggling to accept your current reality, to embrace your true self, or to see a relationship for what it truly is. But this acceptance is not a form of surrender. It's a necessary step toward healing, allowing you to move forward without the weight of unnecessary burdens or internal pressure. Another important lesson here is to open your heart to receiving help. Perhaps you've been trying too hard to appear strong, hiding your vulnerability from others. But this very act might be cutting you off from meaningful connection. Letting others see that you need support, that you long to be understood, is not weakness. It's an act of true courage. Finally, the appearance of the soulmate card emerges as a symbol of challenge. You may be on a journey to find someone who truly connects with you on a soul level, or perhaps that person is already beside you, but you have yet to recognize it. For some, the lesson here could center around a deep, soul-level relationship, something that feels destined, like a fated connection that holds profound spiritual meaning. Overall, it seems that you may be in a state of dissatisfaction with your present circumstances, constantly yearning for more without being able to pause and truly recognize the goodness that already exists in your life. The major lesson for you at this time is to stop, pause the race, and take a look back. In that moment of stillness, you may clearly see the path you are truly meant to take. Now, let's turn to the signs that will foreshadow a major shift in the next 3 months. The cards drawn are 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, along with 2 Oracle cards. Additionally, the 5 of Swords from the Oracle deck has appeared, a card carrying the energy of deadlock and inner conflict. The first message is quite clear. This will be a period where things seem to stall. You may feel like no matter how hard you try, you simply can't move forward. The more you struggle, the more tangled and out of reach things become. It might feel like you're stuck, as though there's no longer a way to keep moving ahead the way you once did. This is the first sign that something significant is about to shift. At the same time, there's another powerful message. You will begin to see the true nature of something, whether it's a person, a relationship, or even yourself. Things that were once unclear or things you didn't dare to face will now come into sharp focus, as if a curtain has been pulled back to reveal the truth. And that truth, whether it feels comfortable or not, will be the first step toward your liberation. The Three of Wands once again highlights the importance of having a long-term vision. This is not the time for impulsive actions or getting caught up in what's immediately in front of you. Instead, you are being called to map out a clear plan and carefully consider each strategic step forward. The lesson here is simple yet profound. True progress cannot happen without a solid long-term foundation. The Seven of Wands indicates that you will face a challenge related to overcoming personal fears or insecurities. You may have previously hesitated to collaborate or found it difficult to integrate and work closely with others, and this is exactly what you'll be asked to confront. Learning to move forward with others, to synchronize with a group, or to actively seek support will be key factors in crossing into a new chapter of your journey. Now, let's take a look at your current desires, the deep longing within your heart. The cards drawn are the Nine of Pentacles, with additional cards the Hanged Man and Nine of Wands, along with two emotionally charged oracle cards. These cards reflect a strong yearning for stability, independence, and a sense of self-worth built from within. The Nine of Pentacles suggests a desire to feel confident, secure, and proud of what you've achieved on your own. Meanwhile, the Hanged Man points to a feeling of being suspended, like something is on hold, or you're waiting for the right perspective to move forward. And the Nine of Wands shows a soul that's tired, yet still persevering, still holding on despite all that's been endured. Together, these energies speak of a longing to break free from stagnation, to reclaim your strength and independence, and to finally see your efforts pay off in a way that feels fulfilling and deeply personal. The Nine of Pentacles reveals a deep longing within you for stability, independence, and a firm sense of personal security. You may be yearning to live in a world where everything feels within reach, where you are recognized, confident, and no longer reliant on anyone else. However, the presence of the Hanged Man suggests that you're currently in a suspended state, unable to act as you wish, either due to external circumstances or something unresolved within yourself. The Nine of Wands shows how hard you've been trying to endure. You may have been through many emotional wounds, and even now, you find it difficult to let go. You remain guarded, still holding a protective stance, unable to fully open your heart or place your trust again. And finally, the two oracle cards powerfully reflect the truth of your emotional landscape. You want to be understood, to be accepted, to be held, not abandoned, not left behind. Your deepest desire in this moment may be something as tender and sincere as, "Please understand me. Please don't walk away from me." There may be a quiet plea echoing from within you. "Please don't reject me. Please don't hate me." While this may not apply to everyone, it is a poignant and vivid emotional current present in your energy right now. Perhaps you are hoping that someone will embrace your true self, or perhaps you are working to open your heart to accept someone else. But either way, what you long for most is to be accepted just as you are. There is also a sense that you may be on the verge of giving up, a quiet urge to say that you simply can't go on any longer. It's a feeling that borders on surrender, or the belief that you've already done everything you could. The Nine of Wands has already hinted at this. You've been holding on, trying your best, and now you may be approaching the very edge of your endurance. You might find yourself in a situation where no matter how hard you try, things just don't seem to move forward the way you hoped. And in this moment, what you truly need is support, a shoulder to lean on, someone who can understand and uplift you. Yet, it's not easy for you to express that need. Perhaps you don't want to trouble anyone, or maybe you've already said something, made a choice, and now feel as though you can't take it back. So instead, you feel forced to keep going, even as your heart grows weary. The appearance of the moon points to emotions that are murky, uncertain, filled with worry and doubt. You may be thinking about someone you can no longer see, someone who once held a significant place in your life. Even though time or distance has separated you, the memories remain vivid, and a part of you still longs for that connection. The emptiness, the lingering sense of loss, continues to echo within you, making you wish you could meet them again, to somehow rekindle a bond that was once severed. Alongside that, there is another strong feeling that emerges, the need to release the anxiety and insecurity that's been quietly building within you. Or perhaps, even more deeply, a yearning to retreat, to disappear for a while so you won't have to face the confusion around you. It's as if your soul is craving a quiet space, a return inward, a sanctuary of solitude where you can feel safe and protected. Returning to the Nine of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, these cards also reveal another unspoken desire. See only me. You may be longing for someone's full attention, for them to recognize your worth, to be present with you completely, undistracted by others. It's a deeply personal human yearning, to be fully seen, fully loved, and wholly cherished by someone who truly values you and no one else. You are carrying within you an intense longing, a powerful desire to have someone, to keep that person for yourself. The feeling of wanting to claim them as your own, to be by their side at all costs, is rising strongly in your current energy. However, what stands out is that this desire isn't necessarily bringing you peace. Instead, it seems to be accompanied by anxiety, impatience, and a sense of helplessness, as things may not be unfolding the way you had hoped. You may have tried so hard, invested so much of yourself, yet the outcome remains uncertain or disappointing, leaving you feeling confused and uneasy. Beneath all of this is a sincere wish, a heartfelt yearning to somehow make the relationship better, to open a pathway for that person to come closer, to soften and move toward you. You want so deeply for this to work, for things to align, for the connection to grow stronger and more secure. This energy is evident, a yearning that is both fierce and aching, as if your heart is calling out for resolution and closeness. Now, let's turn to the next part. What is truly going to change in the next 3 months? The first cards to appear are the Ten of Wands, followed by the Two of Cups, and an image of a mountain, a symbol of a challenge that has been conquered. The message is clear. You will overcome the difficult phase you are currently going through. Even if, right now, you feel overwhelmed and doubt whether you can make it to the end, the answer is yes. You will overcome this. You will reach your destination. And not only will you make it through, you will arrive at a place of relief and peace, as if you can finally exhale. That feeling of, it's finally over. I made it. More than that, the presence of the Two of Cups suggests that you won't be arriving at this peaceful place alone. There will be someone by your side, a companion, a soulmate, or someone who truly loves you, who will share that moment of calm and resolution with you. Following that, the next cards are the Tower, Ten of Pentacles, and a card showing the image of a key, a symbol of unlocking new doors, a breakthrough, a pivotal change. The Tower brings with it the energy of collapse, but not destruction for the sake of chaos. Rather, it signifies the dismantling of what is outdated, no longer aligned with your growth. Something will come to an end, perhaps suddenly, but it will clear the path for a stronger, more authentic beginning. The Ten of Pentacles, in contrast, shows that the destination ahead is far from empty. It represents a future of stability, abundance, and long-term connection. You will arrive at a place where you truly belong, whether in love, career, or your own inner evolution. And the final key, the symbol of discovery and unlocking, represents the moment you find the solution, the opening to the future you've been seeking. Even if you are currently in the dark, weary, or filled with self-doubt, one thing is certain: transformation is coming. And you will get through it, not alone, but with someone worthy by your side. The imagery here is vivid. A door that was once locked, once impossible to open, is now bursting wide. If there was something in the past that held you back, that prevented you from stepping forward or entering the next phase of your journey due to some kind of obstacle, that will now shift. Whether it's your circumstances, your emotional state, or a particular relationship, something is about to evolve into a new form. You may find that you have no choice but to step out of the old framework, or to create something entirely fresh. And the most important part is this. This is what you've secretly wished for all along. Even if you haven't been fully aware of it, deep down, you've been yearning for a change, and now the universe is guiding you toward exactly that. The energy here is not heavy or negative. On the contrary, it carries a deeply positive tone, as if everything is finally beginning to shift. What was once stagnant, once at a standstill, is now being propelled forward, not in its previous form, but in a completely new and transformative way. You will no longer be able to remain where you are, and that is a good thing. As mentioned from the very beginning, the most powerful image is that of a door bursting open, a pivotal moment of transformation that cannot be denied. This is a turning point, a threshold where change is no longer optional, and where you will feel yourself being led toward a brighter, more promising future. The next set of cards includes Phoenix, Cross, Six of Cups, with the Five of Pentacles, Clover, and House as additional cards. Together, these cards form a vivid picture, something you once considered an ideal, a dream, a long-held desire that once felt far away, will begin to materialize within the next 3 months. And what's most striking is that this won't just be an internal shift or a fleeting hope. It will take concrete, tangible form. For example, if you've longed for a home of your own, this may be the time when that vision finally becomes real. Perhaps you've been living in an old, cramped, or no longer suitable environment, and soon you may find or begin life in a new place, one that matches the vision you once held in your heart. A true home, not only in the physical sense, but also a space where you feel safe, peaceful, and completely at ease. In addition, it's entirely possible that some of you may begin a shared life with someone, a deep, soulful relationship that becomes firmly established. A space for just the two of you, where you can truly be yourself and no longer feel alone. From an emotional perspective, this carries a beautiful meaning, like a new chapter beginning, like the dream of us slowly becoming real. What stands out very clearly here is this: you are no longer alone. In the past, or perhaps even right now, you may have had to carry everything on your own, enduring it all in silence. But soon you will have someone to share the weight with. This could be a person who is ready to support and collaborate with you in work or life, or perhaps a companion, a romantic partner, someone who is genuinely present, committed, and emotionally connected. There's a strong sense of lasting partnership here, where you feel surrounded by safety and deep understanding. The appearance of the Six of Cups further reinforces the message. You are on a path toward a soul-level relationship, a deep, heartfelt connection that could very well be a soulmate bond. The challenges and lessons you faced, you are now moving beyond them, and what lies ahead is a relationship that brings healing and mutual nourishment. A connection where both of you not only receive, but also give. Perhaps you and this person have had a difficult past, but through healing and growth, you are now moving toward true harmony. Some of you may be moving toward marriage. The energy surrounding this possibility is very clear. Beginning a life together, building a new home, moving in with one another, all of these have a high likelihood of manifesting within the next 3 months. The image of a new house, a new life, is not just symbolic. It may soon become a vivid, tangible reality. No longer just a dream. Perhaps in the past or even in the present, your relationship has been caught in a cycle, marked by emotional tug-of-war, struggles, or imbalance, where both sides have been hurt. The earlier appearance of the Devil card reflected exactly that. But now, as we shift our focus to the major changes coming in the next 3 months, everything is beginning to move in a much more positive direction. What was once conflict or competition is being replaced by understanding, mutual support, and a genuine willingness to give. From a relationship once marked by tension, you and this person may now be entering an entirely new phase, one of emotional harmony, where everything can begin to fall into place. This could be the moment when important decisions are made. Getting married, moving in together, or simply acknowledging your feelings for each other in an open, honest way. All of it points toward a deep and lasting connection built on truth, mutual respect, and shared commitment. And even if you're currently facing obstacles that seem insurmountable, the message here is this: you will overcome them. Within the next 3 months, all of these challenges will begin to dissolve, and you will step into a new state, a space of peace, stability, and deep emotional fulfillment. If family or the idea of home is the central theme for you right now, then the appearance of the Tower emphasizes one vital truth. What once appeared to be a barrier will no longer stand in your way. The things that once seemed impossible to resolve, conflicts, distance, misunderstandings, will begin to clear. And the image of two people living together under one roof, something that once felt like a distant dream, will slowly begin to take shape. What was once a lesson to be learned in a soulmate connection is now transforming into something positive, no matter what your current circumstances with that person may be. A card symbolizing prosperity has also emerged, indicating that a certain agreement, a clear decision, will open the door to abundance. This abundance will not only be material, but also deeply emotional and spiritual. As your relationship or situation begins to stabilize, you will also begin to feel the flow of fulfillment and prosperity moving in your direction. In addition, another card brings forth a powerful message. A reward is coming for the sacrifices you've made. And not just a small token of comfort, but something far beyond your expectations, something meaningful and truly valuable. This is not a mere consolation. It is a well-deserved, abundant return for all the silent endurance and effort you've carried through over time. As reflected earlier by the appearance of the Ten of Wands, the weight you've been shouldering has been heavy, perhaps even overwhelming. And now, a reward is arriving after that long and difficult stretch. What's coming your way won't just meet your hopes, it will exceed them, delivering more than you ever dared to imagine. This reward might take the form of a financial breakthrough, a major career turning point, or a rebirth within a romantic relationship, bringing with it a sense of safety, worthiness, and emotional fulfillment. It is the rightful outcome for everything you've carried and endured. Finally, there is one more card pointing toward resolution, suggesting that a significant problem may be solved through open conversation and honest dialogue. This could involve reconciliation, negotiation, or a clear conclusion marked by mutual commitment. And for some of you, this may even include legal or formal matters, such as registering a marriage, purchasing a home, signing a contract, or taking an official step that is confirmed by paperwork or legal process. All signs point toward a future that is more defined, stable, and secure, a future where you are not only loved, but truly protected. That's why I feel the message here is strongly pointing toward the possibility of marriage, or at the very least, a commitment that is official and deeply meaningful. Of course, some of you may feel that this doesn't align at all with your current situation, but if any part of this reading resonates with your experience, then this energy is approaching with undeniable clarity. A promise may be made, a commitment fulfilled, or perhaps a vow once left unfinished will finally be honored. Additionally, as mentioned earlier, the issues that once stood as obstacles will begin to resolve. And another card appears, carrying a truly beautiful message, your wishes and heartfelt desires, especially the ones you've repeated silently in your heart, the ones you've clung to with everything inside you, saying, "I must hold on to this, I want this to become real," are now beginning to manifest. This card reveals that it is your inner strength and unwavering determination that are generating a powerful shift. The things you could never let go of, the desires you've held with such intensity, they are now taking form. Your dreams, your goals, your longings, they are all moving steadily toward fulfillment. Here, I can clearly feel a wave of positive energy about to flow toward you. This may come through a powerful transformation. Something that once seemed unbreakable may now collapse, making way for something entirely new. A door that was once tightly shut is now opening. And the message being emphasized is this: you will receive what you truly deserve. For those of you still carrying anxiety or worry, this is a reminder that you don't need to be afraid. The things that have been weighing on your heart, whether in love or in career, are now beginning to shift in a positive direction. If this reading is pointing toward your work or career, then the reward may come in the form of material abundance and prosperity. Everything you've done for others, all the efforts you made without expecting anything in return, the quiet sacrifices you've carried, these will come back to you as a full and rightful gift for your patience, dedication, and the heart you've poured into your journey. What I previously referred to as a reward is now truly on its way to you. And here again, the energy of an intense desire is rising to the surface. You are holding a powerful longing for something, perhaps in your career, or perhaps in love. In terms of career, it's highly likely that you are about to reach a major agreement. A contract, a project, or a significant opportunity is on the verge of being signed. This won't just be an ordinary deal, but something transformative, an event that could significantly shift your professional path, financial stability, or personal standing. And when it comes to love, the appearance of the Two of Cups speaks of a relationship rooted in connection, collaboration, and emotional partnership. This could be someone you work with, someone whose sincere and effective support will help you overcome your current difficulties. It may also point to a life partner, someone stepping into your life in a clear and present way, ready to share both the moments and responsibilities of everyday life with you. As I've mentioned earlier, some of the issues that have caused you worry, whether internal or external, can likely be resolved through open dialogue. An honest, heartfelt conversation may be the key to unlocking what's been stuck. Additionally, it's possible that you and this person will begin a phase of living together or consciously creating moments meant for just the two of you, a private space where the connection between you can deepen and flourish. From the full flow of this reading, it's clear something significant is about to begin. Something you've hoped for, worked for, sacrificed for, is now drawing near. Whether it's a new beginning in your career, a major opportunity you're about to seize, or a warm and devoted romantic journey unfolding before you, what's coming is meaningful, and it's meant for you. I'll now gently close the reading for those of you who chose Pile 3. If your heart felt soothed or awakened by anything in today's message, please don't hesitate to leave a greeting, an emoji, or any words you'd like to share. For me, every response from you is a living heartbeat, a beautiful proof that the invisible threads between us are truly connecting. Thank you for listening with your whole heart. Until we meet again on the journeys yet to come.